guys, it's the awkward blurred girl, aka Daisy Kane. Although right now I'm going to be talking to you as Ashley in this video, and I do want to apologize yet again for being very neglectful on my social media and giving you very lack of content. It's just I've been super busy with just real life stuff. A lot of it has to do with me moving back to Virginia and just getting my life established down here. Can't believe we've been down here almost a year now, but it's just been such a smooth transition. Just being back home and just reconnecting with certain people, being closer to family, and just, it's been kind of a little bit weird me returning back to work, but it's nice that I'm finally working at a company that's very reputable and the benefits are good. The position I'm in it's okay. It's cool because I work from home now. Only thing is, it does feel a little stifling sometimes being behind a computer 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. But it's nice that I am from, I can work at home now, and then I'm still trying to get my footing as far as work-life balance and stuff like that. So that's kind of the reason why I haven't really created any new content lately. That's kind of got a lot to do with it, because I feel like once I get off work, I'm kind of a little bit drained. But I've been plus I've been focusing on other things, which is kind of centers around the big announcement that I'm gonna go into in a little bit. But I haven't abandoned the podcast fully yet. I'm kind of on the fence about it though, because when I first started it, I started during quarantine as a way to just vent about certain things that were going on in my life, and just it was nice. But then everybody and their mom now has a podcast, and I wasn't expecting mine to be this big huge thing, but it's a little daunting that everybody and their mom has one now, and I just feel like I never fully found my niche or direction as to where it was going, and it's kind of all over the place. And I definitely still want to keep the podcast. I just got to figure out just the proper format. Plus I would love to have guests on, and it's just a matter of I need to find, I guess, the direction where I want to take it. But hopefully I will have a new episode sometime this summer. I just couldn't tell you when, but I definitely haven't forgotten about the Awkward Blerd Girl podcast. But if you do want to be a guest, feel free to DM me. I do have a guest lined up, and he's an amazing filmmaker, and he said that he would love to do the show. It's just a matter of me, getting my shit together and just, figuring out a date. But he said he'll do it. So eventually I will have guests on. But like I said, if you want to be if you want to be a guest, just feel free to DM me and we'll figure stuff out. Or if anybody who's watching this has a podcast, I love being a guest host on that. I've done a couple of them, and it's always fun. And if you want me on, feel free to hit me up. And like I said, plus I would love to collaborate. But just to anybody who follows me, I think that's the main reason why I've kind of kept the podcast going, is because especially on Instagram, I've connected with so many especially Black creators, and it's just been nice to just see so many creatives that have the same kind of sense of humor I do. And it's especially nice, especially with people of color, just to be big a part of this fandom and just part of just nerd culture. And it's just very, very inspiring. So to anybody who follows me, and just know that you inspire me to create, and I would love to collab. So anybody that wants to do a collaboration, I'm a writer. I come up with random ideas. If you want to just collab on something, please feel free to DM me. Speaking of ideas and stuff, as far as me being a writer, I know I was supposed to release 2 books last year, but like I said, real life kind of got in the way, and I didn't forget about the poetry book that I was supposed to release last year, entitled The Way She Was. I'm still in the process of editing, and speaking of which, I did find an editor here in Norfolk. Shout out to Tara. We definitely need to meet up again for coffee very soon. So I did find I called her editor, but she's a publisher. So I did find a publisher here. So I'm in the process of editing the poetry book. I'm just not sure when it's going to be released, because I'm still in the process of adding a few pieces to it. But hopefully fingers crossed that I do maybe release that sometime this year. I also did mention a romance novel that I'm still kind of, I'm tweaking the initial outline for it. Like, I have the characters and I have the initial outline, but now I'm kind of tweaking the story itself. So I'm not sure when that's coming out yet, but it's on my list of things to do. And then also, I still in the process of playing around with the book series that I've been knocking around for like a couple of years now. I just now started writing the initial first chapters of the first book, and I'm still not sure how many books I want in the series, but I figure like I just need to at least get the first book done. So I'm in the process of writing the first book of the series, which is entitled Crawling in the Dark. I'll go more into that maybe later because I don't know, maybe later, like in a couple days or so. Because as far as my social media is concerned, I kind of want to definitely get back in the focus of talking more about my writing, as opposed to the podcast. I know I was focusing on that for a while, but I feel like I kind of want to put my writing front and center because it's been one of the things that it's been my passion for most of my life, and I felt like I've neglected it a little bit, and I'm starting to feel inspired again. So hopefully I can get back into writing and I can share, my work in progresses with you and my characters and things like that. And so that's pretty much it. So that's been pretty much it why I've been kind of like not posting as much. I've been kind of just focusing on my real life stuff. And then also there's one thing that I've been kind of really been focusing on, and I'll get into more of that in a second. I guess because most of my life I've always heard, oh, you'd be pretty if, or, you'd be good looking if you lost a little bit of weight. You'd be this, you'd be that, if. It's like, if is one of my least favorite words, but I've heard it most of my life. I've heard it from family. I've heard it from, like, people at school. I've heard it from, kids in the neighborhood, just, like, peers and stuff. So I'm used to hearing it, but growing up with that, it kind of does take its toll on you, and it kind of, like, manifest into just self-loathing, which I've dealt with like a lot of my life, and I'm in the process of like unpacking it. Like over the years, I've slowly unpacked it. I've slowly learned to let go of certain resentments, but just certain things that's just always going to stick with you. And that's not the only reason why I've made the certain decision that I've made. It's just there's other things that come into play, but I can say that it kind of is a part of the reason why I've made this decision, but it's not the majority of the reason why I made this decision. There's another reason why I decided to go through with this. I'm at a certain age now. I have a birthday coming up, and I'm a particular age now. But being with that, over the years, my health has definitely declined. Not just this massive weight gain, but just I've always had high blood pressures ever since I was in my early 20s. Genetics comes into play with that. Plus, lifestyle choices. And then, other things come into play too that I'm kind of anxious about. I'm already pre-diabetic. Sorry, I had something in my pocket. So I'm pre-diabetic. And then I've been misdiagnosed with certain things. And just like, I kind of am at an age where if I don't get certain health issues under control now, then it's just not going to be avoidable. But I feel like I'm still at a particular part of my life where I could change that narrative and make better lifestyle choices. But I feel like by doing certain things, it might help me along that path. So that's why this past April, I met with a weight loss surgery consultant. Well, he's not just a consultant. I met with a weight loss doctor. And I decided that I am going to be getting weight loss surgery. I decided to get the sleeve, which is basically they put a sleeve on your stomach and it kind of shrinks it down to the size of a banana, I believe. So I'll be intaking less food, and it's not very invasive. I think I spend like hopefully less than maybe like a day in a hospital. I won't have that much downtime. Luckily, I work from home, so won't be missing out on that much work, hopefully, depending on how my body recovers. And, you know, before anybody says anything, I did my research on this. I've thought about this for a while. Like, actually, I toyed with the idea, like, right after I had my daughter. So, about maybe, like, almost 10 years ago, because she's 8 now. So I toyed around with the idea before, but then, like, you know, had other things to deal with, like postpartum depression and just, like, other mental health issues. So then I put it on a back burner, and then once, you know, things started evening out for me and I returned to work and I started getting into this place in my life where I realized that I spent most of my 30s kind of neglecting myself. Like we moved from Virginia. I was in a new place. I was trying to, like, you know, make friends, and I was just it was kind of in this fog where I kind of lost who I was as a person. Like, I didn't have this real identity, and it was a struggle for a while. And now I'm getting to a place now where I'm starting to unpack a lot of, like, things about myself, just, like, you know, trauma, and just, like, you know, just trying to bring the focus back to myself, and just getting to a place where I could just fully, truly be content with who I am as a person. And I know it's just like this weight loss surgery isn't just going to fix that, but I feel like it's going to kind of be a tool as part of my journey of just, you know, refocusing on myself as a whole. So, like I said, I mean, a part of it, I'm not saying it's going to be a cure-all for, like, a lot of my, you know, things that I definitely am unpacking, because I'm also talking to a therapist too. So, but I told myself, especially at the beginning of this year, that I was going to just definitely refocus on myself. So not just physically, but also mentally, and just as a whole. And I feel like I made the right decision with the surgery. Like I said, I did my research before, and then, like, I made the final decision back in April. I already am down to the point where I did all my modules. There's like 6 of them. Met with a dietitian. I talked to their therapist so they can make sure I'm making the right, I'm doing this for the right reasons. And, you know, talk with the doctor, and I actually go to my pre-op in August 3rd, and I'm very excited. I'm a little anxious because of the prep going into it, and then, like, just trying to mentally ready myself for everything. But luckily, with the whole process, they kind of give you steps that slowly lead into it. So, you know, you start making certain lifestyle changes, you start making certain dietary changes. So by the time you get to this point, you're still going to be naturally anxious, but, you know, hopefully by the time you get to this point, your body will be, you know, slightly prepared. Because then I think once I get to the pre-op, they basically go over everything I need to do leading up to the surgery, because I know you have to go on a liquid diet for like a week or two, and then after that, you know, you have the surgery, and then they prep you for how your diet is going to be after that. And then hopefully I make the right decision, you know, hopefully I'll make, you know, right decisions from that point forward, and just stick to it, and just hopefully things fall into place. But I just got to tell myself that I got to remain dedicated, and I got to be serious about it, which I am. I'm definitely serious about it, because this is a huge lifestyle change. But I thought long and hard about it, and I knew I was making the right decision because I knew I was doing it for me. I wasn't doing it for validation from other people, or, you know, just so I could feel good in my skin, which is going to be a plus. But I know I'm also doing it because I just want to change the narrative as far as letting my health decline because I didn't do anything about it. I feel like this is going to point me in the right direction to make better choices just overall in my life. And it's also going to, hopefully it just shows me that I'm a lot stronger than I give myself credit for. Because I feel like I've missed out on so much in my life because I've allowed just the fear of failing kind of just make me miss out on so many opportunities. And I have to I just been learning to get out of my comfort zone, and just getting out of that crutch of self-defeat, and just prove to myself that, okay, just baby steps, and you can do this. And of course it's going to be hard, but you can do it. You've done a lot, you've been through a lot in your life, Ashley, and you can just do it. So I'm excited about it. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on the process. I definitely would appreciate the support. I know some people aren't going to agree with my decision, and that's okay. That's fine. But like I said, I'm not doing it for the validation of other people. I'm doing it for myself, and I know I'm making the right decision. But if I could get support, it'd be much appreciated. And I'll definitely keep you guys posted, especially once I have my pre-op, and then once I have the surgery, and then who knows, maybe I'll definitely maybe start basing my YouTube channel or maybe my social media based on my weight loss journey, but who knows. But to anybody that is watching this, I appreciate the support. Thank you for the follows on Instagram especially, and but now you understand why I've just taken a step back for a while. I've just been deciding just to focus more on me, and I feel like I'm definitely in a decent place right now, and I haven't felt this accomplished in a very long time, as far as like feeling like I'm finally getting my mental health and my self-care game under control. So talk to you soon. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, as well as to my Instagram and TikTok, where you can see exclusive content.